Hello, everyone. This is Bert Lanchel. I hope everyone's well today. I'm in Canada, so it's not Thanksgiving for me, but my American friends are having family time and everything today. I wish them well. Now, uh, thank you for coming. Would somebody let me know if you can hear me okay? Am I being understood? Is my mic loud enough? How's my lighting? Actually, I'll turn my little spotlight on here. There. Yeah. So today, I promise you will learn something from this session. This can benefit everybody who's trying to learn English, trying to perfect their English, just from somebody is elementary level, intermediate, advanced. There's something here for you, because I find that having met with hundreds of ESL people, that there's always issues with pronunciation, intonation, pacing, whatever in English. And people lack confidence because they do know this, that even though they're intermediate or they're advanced, they feel like an imposter because they know there's a few little pronunciation things. They haven't had native teachers most of the time. They'd learned English in Brazilian schools or Chilean or Colombian schools or in Italy, and the teachers generally weren't natives, and so their pacing, their rhythm of their language is a little different, and the pronunciation is different. Everybody, when we're just talking, we fall into certain patterns of speech. So today I'd like to work on this. And most of the stuff is simple. And try not to get overwhelmed. I'm going to present a lot of material this morning, and there are just a few takeaways. Number one takeaway would be what we talk about, minimal pairs, practicing these. I'll give you two English words that are close together, but they're different, so we can get the exact sounds. And we want to build new neural networks. The other thing is, I'd like you to practice some tongue twisters at times. And most important, I'd like you to read out loud, record yourself, and listen to yourself. And also take your phone and record yourself for a couple minutes and then self-assess. And after you can get these slides from me, I'll send you all the minimal pairs that you'll need. Whatever you need, just ask me for it, okay? I'm not going to charge you for them, but I might ask to be able to send you emails of maybe my newsletter once a week, or a video that I would just put out for my email group. But that's up to you. And if you don't want my emails, just tell me you don't want them. Anyway, I hope everyone's doing well, and let's get into it. So first, I'll just tell you about myself. I live in Nova Scotia, Canada, in the Halifax Regional Municipality. So this is the biggest city east of Montreal. It's maybe approaching 500,000 people, center of Atlantic Canada. And we actually have a little French territory a bit north of us here, St. Pierre-Miquelon. It's just a remnant of the French presence in North America. Oh, and I pretty much always lived in Nova Scotia, but when I was a young man, after my second year of university, I took a year off. I worked up here in the Canadian Arctic on oil rigs, and that it was quite a time. I saw polar bears and wolves and all those interesting creatures. And Canada's a huge country, second biggest country in the world next to Russia. And this is where Boston is, and New York is here. So you can see we're kind of pretty close to New England, and we're very much like New England, the way we speak and everything. Now, who am I, and why listen to me? I've taught hundreds of IT and business professionals. I've got over 4,000 hours of coaching and teaching. I know business English, 30 years of business. And I'm a student of teaching English. I've been retired now for 4 years, and this is what I've done. And I'm not really retired. This is my new little business, and I love the purpose of this business, which is to help people perfect their English, to do better in their careers, to earn more money, to be more successful, to feel better about themselves and have confidence. I'm sure I can help you. I have lots of ways to help too. Courses, programs, free courses, weekly kind of get-together practice sessions. It's just a low subscription a month that people can drop in when they want, do a couple of these a week. And that's kind of the way I can deliver the service to a lot of people who don't necessarily have the kind of money we have in North America. Now, minimal pairs. I already mentioned these. This is an example of minimal pairs. There are many, many different sounds, but you can see weight or wet or wheat, bait or beat, sail or seal, tail or teal. Getting these sounds really exact makes you so much more understandable. I versus EE, bit or beat, sit or seat, fit or feet, lit or leet. Now, Spanish speakers often confuse English people because your M can sound very much like an N. Man or nan, mat or nat. I just skipped that one. Mole or knoll, map or nap. S versus Z. Americans say Z. Zip or zip. Zip line or sip. Race or raise. Lace or lays. Pace or pays. You'll even notice natives will mispronounce some of these sometimes. They develop a bad habit of saying it a certain way. So these things they're not memorized. These are things you want to repeat over and over and over again. Stand in front of a mirror and repeat them. And by the way, can anybody let me know if you're here, where you're from, who you are? Any questions, just ask me. I'll glance over at the comments every so often just to make sure I'm seeing the comments. Tongue twisters. I know you have tongue twisters in your own language. Tongue twisters are really important. Actors, public speakers, people who are learning pronunciation use them. You'll notice that you'll see a British actor or even a French actor or Spanish actor who is taking the role of, say, an American, and their English is amazing. They have no accent. Primarily, tongue twisters are the way, those minimal pairs and tongue twisters are the best way to really get to that native kind of English. Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers. A peck of pickled peppers Peter Piper picked. If Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers, where's the peck of pickled peppers Peter Piper picked? Hi, Veronica. Living in Canada. I hope you're enjoying the oncoming winter. I live in Halifax. It's not quite so cold here. It's 9 above today, but some of our cities are getting pretty cold as those north winds come down. And at least you're probably appreciating a little bit of cool, because my friends in Argentina and Chile and Brazil have been telling me how hot it is. It's been really, really hot, I guess, up in the 40s in the last week or so. Yeah. So tongue twisters are really, really good. Give this a try. See if you can do it. You won't do it perfectly the first time. So you start slow and then you try and make it faster and faster. And we have tongue twisters to practice all the different sounds. And I've got many, many lists of tongue twisters. Let me know if you'd like them. DM me or just make a comment. I'm glad to send you anything. I'm really committed to helping people. That's my purpose. Mimicking. What is it to mimic? Mimic is to copy somebody. So pick out somebody that's the same gender as you, roughly the same age. Maybe they sound something like you, and maybe in Friends or The Office or some short sitcom. See if you can mimic them. See how exact you can get to their language. Yeah, I'll make this up as probably a Google Doc that people can ask for, and I'll be glad to send it out, share it. And I have some other material too. Plus, I offer, I'm going to give it as a bonus at the end. I have a free small talk course for business people, IT and business people. Small talk is essential in doing business. I'm sure you agree with me. This is how we build relationships. This is how we connect with people. And we use small talk. Small talk's not just, hi, how are you? What's going on with your life? Where have you been traveling? It's more than that. It's how we connect, how we shake hands. So it's very important. Utilizing podcasts. When I was doing my treadmill this morning, I was listening to English music. I like music from the 70s. It kind of shows how old I am. Although I think there's a lot of younger people like 70s music. And it's pretty clear. Elton John, Simon Garfunkel, the Beatles, different people like that. Their pronunciation is very good. And see if you can listen, and get the lyrics, write out the lyrics, get it down. Listen to how the rhythm is. I know it's music, but it's still the English rhythm in it. Leonard Cohen, Bryan Adams, Neil Young, all these people are good to listen to really, really get your English. Listening and full comprehension is essential in business. And then you can be a responsive listener. You can respond to the person's needs. You can show interest in them. They'll love you if they show interest and you ask them about their hobbies and where they've been, what's important to them, how they found their present position, what they like about it. You will connect, but getting those little nuances, the small things about language, this is what you're going to pick up from the podcast and that. And it's a little harder because you don't see the person speaking. It's like taking a phone call. Making those sounds. I'm supposed to be a communication coach, huh? Engaging with a professional native coach. Personalized coaching for pronunciation and intonation. I can do large groups, and this keeps the cost very low. And I offer at this point, I'm offering a free 30-minute session where I do an assessment. I give you recommendations. We can practice some of the hard things you're finding. And I only take on about 15 students at a time. clients, students, whatever you want to call them. I think of them as clients. Sometimes I think of them as patients. Um, but anyway, I'm kind of moving away from individual classes. It's very time intensive, and it doesn't allow me to really spread the knowledge, spread the experience in that. And I want to get more into the group, kind of the couple sessions a week that you can come to every week. That's I'll probably start it. First offering will be $37 a month. Give you all my courses, all my sessions, everything. So I think that's a cost that people can afford. It meets my business objective of earning a little extra money in my retirement. But my purpose is to help people succeed in their careers. And this is a way I can do it. And this way I can help 100 people, 200 people, instead of having helped 300 people over the last 4 years. I can do it constantly. And English is not something I do a 10-week program that really does transform the English, but it has to be continued. And that's what I'm trying to figure out how to really do that well. Interactive learning, role playing, scenario practice, very important. Every chance you get, practice your English. Get up there, speak up, speak at the meetings, even though you make mistakes, and keep your head up, keep your eyes there, get the body language. As we say, fake it until you make it. And just be like the Honda, Toyota, always improving, always getting a little better. Don't be hard on yourself. You're great. You're unique. The importance of regular practice and feedback. Habits are everything, aren't they? Good habits and trying to break bad habits. Consistent practice. And one of the best things you can do when you're having your breakfast or you're doing your walk or whatever, take your phone and snap off a 2-minute recording. If you're really brave, record your face, everything, make a video recording. You might even put it on TikTok or something. Have some fun with it. Put it on Instagram. Get out there. Take that step. We say step up. Take that step. Be brave. Be courageous. Don't worry about making mistakes. And if somebody ever points out something to you, well, that's their problem, right? Seek feedback from peers and mentors. Some of you work with North American, European companies. You're speaking English for your work. Some people haven't gotten to that stage yet. Some people are working with international companies, but they're nervous to speak at meetings. I've been through it. You know something? When I was small, I actually had a speech impediment. I couldn't do the TH sound, the sound, those, them. I had problems with the shush sound. I had problems with the R sound. This was when I was 4, 5, 6 years old. My brother and I were very close in age, and we kind of developed our own way of talking to each other, and it kind of ran over. So I had a couple years of speech therapy that made me very acutely aware of these things. And I believe a big part of learning a language is basic speech therapy. It's like learning how to do exercise properly. There are mechanics that we really should learn. And we can all get better. We natives can get better speaking English. We all are learning, developing good habits. And the other thing is, I don't want you to work on your English more than, say, 15 or 20 minutes a day. Maybe if you join me in a group or something, you would be doing an hour or 2 hours a week, or you might drop in for half an hour a couple times a week or something. But I don't want this to interfere with your life. I want it to be a positive influence, something that's fun, that you're seeing improvement. You don't really need to do more than 15 or 20 minutes a day consistently. You're doing something, just pick up your phone, record yourself, self assess yourself, and then try to maybe add a little vocabulary, improve your pronunciation. Stuff is really simple. It's just not quite easy. And isn't that the thing about business? I was an entrepreneur for many, many, many years, and we started a big mining company, and we started with nothing. We started at 50 cents and we went to $22. It was a crazy, crazy ride. It was a lot of fun. My brother and I, we kind of thought it up on the back deck of my house way, way back. It was a big trip. Technology aids. Yeah, use technology. ChatGPT. Run your emails against ChatGPT. It's a big help. Uh, now you can speak to it. You can listen to it. Get those plugins. Anything you can do to help you. And remember, it's not going to happen instantly. Rome was not built in a day, right? It's an idiom that we use commonly in English. It takes time, but you can't. The thing is, I don't want you to be studying and looking at books unless you're very elementary. But even at that point, you need to get the English out of your mouth. You need to use it. You need to take the risk. You need to be willing to make mistakes. Okay. This is what makes the difference. And many, many of my students have done well for playing video games, speaking in video games. And it's amazing because they're speaking and they're focused on the video game. They're not focused on their English. So their English is, they're getting a lot of practice. And maybe somebody says, hey, man, say it this way. We're all just humans out there, aren't we? We're having a good trip through this life. Closing thoughts, integrating skills into daily professional life, right? Strategies for daily practice. I think I covered all of them. Read out loud, practice those tongue twisters, get your phone out, record yourself, use it, stand up at meetings. Don't have to stand up, but put your head up and follow people, show that confidence. And the more you do it, the more confident you will get, and you'll become a very good speaker. Look, I was very nervous about public speaking, and then I started doing workshops for engineering architectural firms, and I had to speak to big groups. And then I was president of Chamber of Commerce, and I had to do that. And look, my life wasn't all successes. I had struggles too. Some of them were very expensive, but they're a good lesson in business. They hurt. And stay motivated. Now, this is a big list, but it's only covering a couple points, right? Reading out loud, self-recording, benefits of reading out loud. You will hear yourself speaking English. And when people read out loud, their English pronunciation is much better. And I always recommend read out loud before you're doing a meeting. So if you're doing an interview or anything, read out loud. Okay. Does anybody have questions? I'm feeling kind of lonely here. I'd love to answer a question or two. And if I don't know the answer, I'll send it to you. I'll make a comment. Questions, please. And I think later next week, I will do a live Zoom meeting so people can put their cameras on or not put your camera on. But I'd like if you put your camera on and we can actually speak. So let me know if you'd like to attend that. I have limited seating, but I'd like to do it. And tell me what the best times. Most of my clients are in Brazil, Colombia, and Chile now. I have some in Argentina. Uh, I'll probably do it in the evening for the Americas. I do have a number of students in Europe, but I want to do it for the Americas. So let me know. Let me know if this would help. We'll just have a chat, sit around. Maybe you could have a glass of wine even. Every Friday evening, I have a bottle of beer. I like a bottle of beer every once in a while. So record yourself, uh, review books, movies, articles. I also recommend reading some fiction, okay? Pick up the way we speak to each other. John Grisham, Michael Connelly are very good writers. Uh, Read these people. Their books are extremely interesting. Students who have read them say they're really hard to put down. Good mysteries, whatever you're interested in. Find a good author. Ask me what you'd like to know. With all these tools and plugins, Walter, yeah, do you think we're losing contact with other people? Have a real conversation with another human. Yeah, that's why I want to do the group things. At least time and distance aren't a problem today with Zoom. Imagine if we didn't have Zoom or Google Meet or the Microsoft solution to keep Teams, Microsoft Teams, what we would have done. So yeah, use technology, but also stay human. Yeah, don't let those robots invade us, right? Take over the world. Yeah. So having real conversations, yes. Yeah. Yeah. Talking. We call the bank and we realize we're talking to a robot, or call the airline, we're talking to a robot. It's a little diminishing, isn't it? Anyway, ask me for this course. It works. When you do this, you're going to pick up a lot more English than just small talk. It's going to build your confidence. And when I have a group of people doing it, I'll try to drop in and do a live session during it at some point so we can practice and just have some fun. Okay. This stuff should be fun. It should be something that you look forward to. I don't want you thinking of this as being work. This is your life. This is to bring you additional success, to bring your English to the level that your other professional skills are. And the good thing about English is when you travel, it's easier to speak English sometimes with people than speak your native tongue. So anyway, but you need to get it out there. You need to take a chance, okay? Uh, and I don't judge anybody. I make lots of mistakes. I made some colossal business mistakes that cost me a lot of money. Now I was lucky; I made some good moves too that I did very well from, and I learned a lot. But I would say I learned more from my business mistakes, my struggles, than I learned from the successes. The successes are almost more like a party. Uh, anyway, notice I say, this is kind of a bad habit. Sometimes I say so and now. Now, another thing I wanted to mention, I thought I made a slide of this. Consider even doing something really out there, like starting a little YouTube channel. You don't have to make a video every day or even every week. It could be once a month. Or start posting something on TikTok and do it in English every so often. Take a chance, okay? You're not going, it doesn't matter. They can't bite you. So just get out there and start taking chances. You'll be so proud of yourself as you see yourself moving along. And you do the recording thing, and you're going to notice you take your first week of recordings and you say, compare it to the fourth week of recordings. You will be totally amazed at the change that you're going to hear. So anyway, I preached and I've talked so much, and I hope you enjoyed the session. And I really do Appreciate you attending. And anybody that attends this after, just let me know what you need, want. Uh, I'm here to help. It's not about money, it's about helping people. That's how we all succeed. We help each other and we don't judge each other. We give a hand to the other. We give a helping hand. So have a great day. Enjoy your holidays as they come, and enjoy your business week. Make new friends. Build positive relationships. Have a good day. Bye. I'll stop. Thank you so much.